Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.
Okay, Amy, so what are we seeing here?
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
I want you all to know that we are fighting the fake news. It's fake, phony, fake.
Everything you know is wrong. Black is white, up is down, and short is long. And everything you thought was just so important doesn't matter. Everything you know is wrong. Just forget the words and sing along. All you need to understand is everything you know is wrong.
Okay, well, if we see something, let's examine it. Let's rather than being embarrassed, ashamed, and treating it as something that has to go into black programs everywhere. Let's let the public in on what we know.
But you really?
That's all I've championed, yeah. and I stand by it. And I think it would be good. And I think there's actually a lot of public interest in the phenomena.
Perfect pizza.
And I got to tell you, I meet a lot of politicians, people in Washington, others who say, I'm with you, but I can't say so.
Kill them with kindness.
The cause of death, in my opinion, is asphyxia due to compression of the neck.
Now that's fucked up.
Let's look, Jimmy Street.
There are, of course, different reasons for the riots, but their similarities are overwhelming. They all defy the law, subvert order, and are destructive. Violence in Hong Kong is justified, and violence in the US is unjust. This kind of thinking is intolerable.
Oh! Oh! Fuck you, motherfuckers! Fuck all y'all! Fuck all of y'all!
That's right.
Fuck you,
yes,
you, all y'all.
Meanwhile,
Business leaders across the state are worried about a new law that allows adoption agencies to deny services to gay couples. They're worried the state will be hit hard economically because of this measure. Governor Lee said his decision to sign the bill into law was because it's based on protecting religious freedom.
You know what's bullshit?
Religious freedom.
oxymoron.
Religious freedom.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
Religious freedom.
Well, you're not alone. The world is full of people who can't accept death, and they've all got their own ideas of what happens when we die.
Really? Like what? Tell me. Are any of them blindly reassuring?
Religious freedom.
As L. Ron Hubbard, Mel Gibson, and the owners of the wildly popular Islamaland amusement park have taught us, religion is big business. That's why for your first challenge, you'll convince people to accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. And go.
Religious freedom.
She's melting. Oh, she licked me like ice cream. Dipping with my dipper, we be drinking up the liquor. Partied like a birthday, shake it like an earthquake. Nothing like an ice cream cone, going for her Go and suck my lolly, sugar sweet, cherry top. Fresh your fit, too legit, hot spot, twerk it bit. Strip it down, work it up, baby let me fill your cups. O to N to N to G, sticky messy, taste my treats. Scream from my ice cream, tell me all your dirty dreams. Scream from my ice cream, well show me what's your fantasies. Scream from my ice cream, tell me all your dirty dreams. Scream from my ice cream, well show me what's your fantasies. She's melting.
Religious freedom. LGBT groups say it's discriminatory.
Well, duh.
The new law also protects adoption agencies from lawsuits for refusing service.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
You talked a little bit about equality up there.
Separate but equal.
And after last week with the adoption bill passing and you signing it, some might argue perhaps not the most equal piece of legislation. You're
Slapping on watermelon.
You'll always be my favorite.
You nigger faggot.
You know, I think equality is important.
Bunch of slack-jawed faggots around here.
And the protection of rights is very important.
Get ready to fire the load. Come on, salty seaman in a submarine. Ready to fire the load.
And the rights of religious liberty are very important, and that bill was centered around protection of religious liberty, and that's why I signed it. And that bill was centered around protection of religious liberty, and that's why I signed it.
I wanna take you to a gay bar. I wanna take you to a gay bar. I wanna take you to a gay bar, gay bar, gay bar. Let's start a war. Start a nuclear war. At the gay bar, gay bar, gay bar. Bang.
And it's boom boom.
Trying to start a fight. Yeah. Who in here trying to start a fight? Who in here trying to start?
Who that flying in the air? Who? That ain't no flying saucer.
Secret space plane that looks like a little shuttle, right?
Who in here trying to start a fight? Yeah. Who in here trying to start a fight?
US Space Force logo looks like one from Star Trek. The newly unveiled logo for US President Donald Trump's Space Force appears to have boldly gone where Star Trek went before. I cannot believe this slander. It is a disgrace. It took me literally 5 seconds of research to debunk this. I put into Google, when was Starfleet established? 2161. Looking at my calendar, I can confirm that it is currently the 24th of January, 2020. 141 years before the setting up of Starfleet Command, which means Starfleet have actually copied from Donald Trump's Space Force. Facts.
Why have you stolen these objects? To put in a museum?
Oh, far too valuable for that. You see, in the century I come from, they haven't even been invented yet.
Waka waka, who wants to hear a funny-ass joke?
Cruz is accused of beating up a jailhouse deputy, and tonight we're seeing video of that fight and video of that same deputy being arrested.
This is a real thing, Rich.
And this was just a bizarre situation that played out, by the way, in front of cameras here at the Broward County Courthouse. Attorneys, though, they're trying to argue right now whether or not, in this case, Nicholas Cruz was provoked.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
He keeps his head down and just keeps walking in circles.
I don't need to walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in.
Over and over, rinse and repeat until he stops in his tracks and has some words with the guard. Sergeant Raymond Beltran claims he told Nicholas Cruz to stop dragging his sandals. There's no audio to this clip, but we see Cruz flip him the bird. Something changes, something happens when he takes a second and then attacks.
Lunges at the sergeant. He hits the sergeant. He pulls the sergeant
throws him onto the floor.
Cruz was charged with assault and battery because of this. The video only goes downhill from there. The two keep fighting as Beltran tries to get the upper hand.
Eventually, during the struggle, attempts to remove a taser that was strapped onto the sergeant's side.
Thomas A. Swift's electric rifle?
Yes. You heard right. In that video, you see Cruz remove the taser. It goes off, but no one's hit. The two get up and keep fighting. No one is seen running in to help. Eventually, Cruz is seen walking away to take a breather before responding to commands and getting down on the ground, placed in cuffs, and taken away. Attorneys for Nicholas Cruz have been fighting to keep this video out of the courts. They claim Beltran has actually been antagonizing their client, calling the sergeant's character into question in court as well. Authorities revealing that he was arrested in March for driving under the influence while on official BSO business.
So he's here from Florida, Broward County Sheriff's Deputy here to pick up a prisoner.
You taking me to jail for real?
I'm taking you to jail, man. I'm taking you to the breathalyzer or precinct.
Video shows Beltran in Washington State, where he was to transport a prisoner. Authorities say the sergeant had a blood alcohol level nearly twice the legal limit.
2 shots of vodka.
I don't know where I felt like I get a little drink around here, do you, bud?
And prosecutors claiming that the defense is just trying to stall this assault case against Nicholas Cruz. Meanwhile, Beltran, he is no longer watching Cruz at the jail.
What the fuck?
They needed help. That's really what they needed.
Who the fuck asked you?
And I would like to see...
No one fucking asked you, you fucking cocksucker!
They could have blood from children spattered all over their faces.
Shut up! I hate you!
Show 'em what you got, Mike, baby.
The head of the Minneapolis Police Union is repeating his condemnation of the Black Lives Matter movement. You call the Black Lives Matter movement a terrorist organization? What do you mean by that?
Well, our governor said it was an act of domestic terrorism during the riots, and I think viewership of anyone that watched anything occur in Minneapolis in the following week can make their own conclusion. When you see arson taking place, windows being broke, Molotov cocktails being thrown, the police being shot at with live gunfire, throwing rocks and bricks at them, burning down a police precinct, the riotous conditions, that was a form of domestic terrorism, in my opinion.
When the ghost sleep, plus the violence faces everything.
And she hands it to me, and I have my window down. And that's all she hands me is the coffee.
I have guns in my house.
Yeah.
That's 50 years of non-progress.
And they've got the kids going in circles in and out of the building with their hands up. I've watched the footage, and it looks like a drill.
See the line of people there? See the line of people? All right, we're coming up to the front. Look how they're coming back in. They're taking that turn. Watch them take the turn. Up. And they're coming right back into the building.
But I can't sign out that you made the move. It has gone and gone to die.